shit, yeah, they bread stank. Walk up in the club, dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like
What's going on, fight fans? It's another great day when you love MMA. Welcome back to Mad Matty Fight Talk. Your host here, Mad Matty. You know, I was going through the fight news of the day. Came across this website called sportskita.com, and they had a really interesting headline. It had Pitbull Patricio saying that if Dana White had some balls, he would set up cross-promotion fight, champion versus champion. Bellator's champ, Pitbull, versus the UFC champ, Alexander Volkanovski, in the featherweight division. Now, that is fucking hysterical. I just got a kick out of that because I'm thinking, like, dude, first of all, Pitbull, you're extremely big-headed coming off of a split decision victory over AJ McKee, in which a lot of people thought he lost. If you guys don't know, AJ McKee and Pitbull rematched this past weekend at Bellator 277 for the featherweight championship. Very back and forth fight. A lot of people thought AJ McKee did enough to win, and he ended up losing, and he was the champion. So Pitbull ended up winning the belt back, and you know, I think they need to have a rubber match. But regardless, Pitbull gets the belt, makes a crazy statement like that, makes headlines, whatever. I'm all about cross promotion fights, but that fight in particular, not a fan of. If you look at Alexander Volkanovski and what he just did in his last fight against Korean Zombie, dude, the guy has gotten better and better. He's 20-1, I believe, or 21-1. He's 20-1 or 21-1, something like that. Crazy record, crazy win streak. Absolutely destroyed the Korean Zombie. He, from the very first punch thrown, Korean Zombie looked like he was in trouble. And that dude is an outstanding fighter who, if he went to Bellator, would probably get a title shot. Let's just be honest. But regardless, then you look at the fight before that. No easy fight with Brian Ortega. That fight showed grit, showed toughness. He had to show a lot of skill to get out of the submission attempts that he was being thrown into. Brian Ortega is absolutely no joke, standing up and on the ground. Volkanovski showed extreme toughness, and he was landing bombs and nasty ground and pound on Ortega. Ended up getting the win in that one. Let's go one fight before that, who is arguably the greatest featherweight of all time, Max Holloway. Now, I don't agree with him winning this fight, but he did get the victory. He has 2 victories over Max Holloway. Insane. Beat Jose Aldo. Insane. And he's just the reigning champion. So for Pitbull, who, you know, you eked out a victory over AJ McKee, which I would like to see you guys run that back, because I'm still, like, I'll rewatch the fight over and over, and I'm just like, you know, it's so close. How could you be that confident that you would go and take on a very dominant champion in Volkanovski? All right, that's insane to me. If those two guys actually stepped into the ring, you know, Pitbull has a punching chance. He definitely has the opportunity to knock out Volkanovski. I don't think he would be able to submit Volkanovski, judging off the fact that Brian Ortega is a lot bigger and, in my eyes, probably a little bit better at jiu-jitsu, and had him locked in deep in a guillotine and could not get the submission. I don't see Pitbull getting a submission on the ground, and I see Volkanovski landing nasty, nasty ground and pound if he did. This is assuming that this fight would ever happen. Let's say there is no cross promotion, right? Pitbull moves over to the UFC. Just coming into the top 10 in the featherweight in that division, dude, you're running into serious problems, right? Let alone Volkanovski. I don't even think you would be able to get that fight, because I think that you would struggle in the top 7. You know, you'd have to fight guys like Calvin Kattar, Giga Chikadze, Yair Rodriguez, Brian Ortega, Max Holloway. Dude, any one of those fights is serious, serious problems for Pitbull. And I'm not knocking this guy. He has a lot of championship experience. He's been fighting for a really long time. He is a skilled fighter. He has knockout capability. But I'm just saying, every guy in that division has the same ability that you have, and they're on a much bigger platform. I'm not knocking Bellator in any way. I respect their fighters. I'm just saying, it's insane how you get a victory in a split decision, let alone, and you're calling for one of the best featherweight fighters there is. I get it, man. You want the big money fights, and I'm all about cross promotion. I think that would be very interesting to see who the baddest man on the planet is for real. That fight, though, not a fan of. I don't think that would be interesting to watch at all. I think Volkanovski would take care of Pitbull in 2 rounds or less, because Volkanovski's gotten faster. He's strong as fuck, and he can eat punches, and he has great ground defense, and he has great ground and pound. He's an all-around animal. That fight would not be easy for anybody, and Pitbull would struggle hard and probably get knocked out. Now, I'm not knocking him, but you got to think. He has a knockout over Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's a big-time Bellator fighter. Michael Chandler moves over to the UFC. And let's be honest, he's exciting, but he's struggling. He hasn't been on a crazy win streak. He knocked out Dan Hooker, lost to Oliveira, lost to Gaethje in one of the best fights of all time. But at the end of the day, you're not winning. So Pitbull would probably be extremely exciting, but he probably wouldn't get a lot of victories. So at the end of the day, man, you need to chill out. And honestly, I would give AJ McKee another shot at the belt because that fight was too close to call. And I don't think that you actually won that fight. So I would like to see them run that back. But the fact that he's like calling out for a cross-promotion fight against Volkanovski, I don't know why that shit just cracked me up. I need to make a video on this because that's fucking insane, dude. Yeah, I respect this guy. He's been a Bellator diehard, and I think that he should stay with Bellator and cement his legacy with Bellator, not come over to the UFC at some point. Although I love cross-promotion fights, I don't think that's ever going to be a real thing. I would love it if it was. If there was some kind of weird league where there's, you know, one contract deals, whatever. But I don't think it's going to happen. So if I was Pitbull, I would stay at Bellator and seal your legacy as one of the best fighters that ever graced the octagon in Bellator. Don't diminish yourself by going over to the UFC unless you want some big money and some heavy notoriety. But I'm just saying, dude, yeah, Volkanovski, he would handle that shit in a heartbeat. I would rather see AJ McKee fight Alexander Volkanovski. I think that would be a much better fight. I think the striking and the grappling of McKee, I think that would be a good fight. I think he presents more problems than Pitbull does. But anyway, like I said, guys, hit me in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of this crazy-ass call-out. What do you guys think about cross-promotion fights, man? I'm really curious. I would love to see them, but I just don't think they're ever going to happen, damn it. All right, peace. This video is sponsored by Lightspeed Payments, processing made easy. For all business owners, head over to lightspeed-payments.com and get a free quote today. Use promo code MADMATTY for 20% off. That's lightspeed-payments.com.
Haters talking shit, yeah, they breath stank. Walk up in the club dripping like I'm fresh paint. I can see through the facade like an